Hey everybody, I wanted to jump on and give you a little explanation about how we are now going to be joining our virtual tutoring sessions because the college is getting rid of our premium Zoom accounts. So they're not only doing that for the tutoring center, they're doing this for everybody, all the departments. So it's the entire college. But we're now going to be using Teams and Teams meetings instead of Zoom. So we're going to be joining those meetings and those Teams appointments a little bit differently than we do in Zoom going through Salesforce. So I'm going to show you really quickly what that's going to look like on your screen when you have a virtual tutoring appointment. So when you log into Salesforce, if you know that you have a virtual appointment and you're getting on your laptop or your tablet to meet with your student, we're going to need you to log into your personal Salesforce account first. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch to logging in with my RVC network account login and log in with my personal version. So I'm going to log in with my E number. So for you, if you are a part-time worker, you're going to have an E number. If you're a student worker, you're going to have a W number, and you're going to bring that up and log in that way. So now I'm logged in with my E number and I'm going to go to the calendar. Okay. So now on the calendar, I am going to go ahead, not make that big, no. And I'm going to toggle to Wednesday, where I have made an example. Let's see where it is. Oh, I need to have my Wednesday people on. Where I've made an example appointment with Kit. So right now we are having some issues with the virtual appointments and the way that they are showing up for some reason. And Eric knows this. Eric is our Salesforce guy who makes all of our stuff work in the background. He knows that for some reason the HTML is what's showing up for our appointments when it's the virtual ones. He was over here today walking me through some of the pilot stuff for this. So he's going to mess with it and fix it. So for right now, if you have a virtual appointment, it shows up as the HTML script. But this is my example appointment for Kit. So I'm going to go ahead and click into this appointment. And this is how you're going to get into your virtual appointments from now on. So no longer do you have to open Zoom and get into it yourself. So you're logging into Salesforce in your personal account. You're going into the details of the appointment, and then you're going to go ahead and scroll down. And in the description of the appointment, you will have this big long link for Teams. So this Teams meeting is going to go ahead and open when we click on it. It's going to ask you if you want to open it in a separate app or if you want to stay in the browser. That's up to you. It's just personal preference. So I really don't care. I'm going to click cancel and just open it in my browser. So continue on this browser and it's going to open it in the tab that I already have open here. So now it's setting up all of my permissions. If it's the first time you're using Teams on your computer, you may have to click accept for some permissions. So like up in this left-hand corner, it may ask you permission for your microphone. It might ask you permission to access your camera. And then it might ask you like a third permission for if you're going to allow it this time, all the time, or like whenever you use this website or something like that. So make sure you're clicking accept for all of those permissions so that when you join the meeting, your camera is working and your microphone is working. So you're clicking accept for all of those things, turning on your camera, turning on your mic so that when you join, everything is good to go. So it's not going to show a preview down here for me because I'm already using my webcam to do this video. Normally you would have a preview of your video if your camera was turned on. You can also test your mic and your speakers and things like that over here. I'm going to go ahead and click join and you can see it says connecting tutoring center. Yes, it says my video is not working because I'm using it for a different application. It's got my little profile picture there. So I do have a profile picture set. It's for my Microsoft account. So this is what shows up like in my email and other parts of my account. If you want to set something like that for yourself, I'm sure that you can do that. So right now it says that it's waiting for others to join because I'm the only person in the meeting. Once your student joins, they will pop up and you'll be able to see them. It will also have over here on the right-hand side if there's other people in the meeting, if there's like more than two. Let's see, there are features across the top. You can share your screen just like you do in Zoom. The other student who's joining, they can share their screen as well. So they have those permissions if you need to see something there. My chat over here is what's showing up for my other applications that are running in Microsoft right now. The chat across the top is the chat for this specific Teams call. So if you wanted to put something in the chat with your student, you would put up here, click up here, and put something in the chat. So if you wanted to send them a link to a website, if you're maybe like, oh, hey, this video is really helpful. This is what I use to help me memorize something in chemistry. And then you pop a link in the chat. You can do that. Or if they need to send you something, they can do that in the chat as well. So that's a nice feature. Everything else is pretty simple, but this is what the interface looks like when you are in a Teams meeting. The leave button over here is what you click on to end the meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then I'm going to go back here to my Zoom. So that's what Teams is. Like I said, I think it's actually going to be a little bit easier than what we were doing in Zoom because you can just go right into Salesforce, click on that link, and it gets you in as the host. The tutors are automatically set as the host person through the appointment. There should not be a time limit on these Teams meetings, so you shouldn't be kicked out after a time or anything like that. It should work for the entire hour of your tutoring. I think that's all the important things. So if you have questions, let me know. There might be a little learning curve on this. We'll see. It's brand new for everybody on the college. The whole institution is switching over, and we're one of the first departments that will probably have experience having like other students using it with us. So just let me know if there's any problems or if anything comes up. Okay. Thanks, guys.